Right then, this is what it's like to be in England on a Monday morning, trying to drive down a motorway which is in essence a car park. This is the A1. The M1 looks even worse if we look on Google Maps, and we've got to go down that in a bit as well, so it's going to be an eventful journey. We've just got the A5 on the back of the truck. Just we're on our way down to custom cages. The idea is we're going to have a nice half bolt-in roll cage fitted, put harness bar on there as well, so we can fit some nice 4, 5, 6 point harnesses. Schroff ones, they're the only ones to have for when we're going to the Nürburgring. So we're hoping that the reason we're going to custom cages, they're going to get their Faro arm and pinpoint smoky van. Oh dear, needs a turbo. They'll get all the reference points inside the vehicle, and they can put that into their CAD program, then put it into their CNC bender, which does notching and cutting and marking and everything, so they can replicate these roll cages as many times as they want them. So rather than just doing it as a one-off, which we could have done, we get Slide Motorsport to do that sort of stuff for us because they're only local and you can get it exactly as you want it. But we want to be able to replicate these as many times as we want, and they're not going to be a big job for a company like Custom Cages that do a lot of rally car stuff. We're hoping they'll let us do a few little films while we're down there, get something a bit interesting. Fingers crossed they'll do a little bit of recording while they're actually building the roll cage. We'll see, they might have some proprietary methods that they don't want to show us, but we'll see when we get down. They're well aware that we're going to try and film something, but whether there's stuff covered up and hidden away, we'll see what happens. But hopefully there's some interesting stuff comes from this, and we're not just stuck in traffic all the way down. Right then, we're at Custom Cages. Took about 3 hours to get here. Should have been 2.5 hour journey, but we've not done too bad, to be honest. We stood for half an hour up motorway doing absolutely nothing. So we'll go inside, speak to Kevin, who we've been dealing with on emails, and see how we get on. Don't know what we're going to need to do, but we've took the gearbox out of the car, so we need to put it somewhere where we can push it to where it needs to belong. So, and it's an heavy thing, so we don't want to do it here. We'll get straight in. That's a nice solid piece of material to bolt to, isn't it? You wouldn't weld something in as strong as that, would you, really?
Exactly that, really. You want to use an existing fixture.
Yeah.
It's thick enough.
Yeah, and then you're not messing about with it.
Yeah.
There's a little piece of plastic that bolts on there, but you'd be able to trim that easy enough anyway. Yeah. It's not an expensive thing.
No, why not? No, I think we can probably do a bit with that.
Yeah.
All these tabs are any use for anything on them?
I think they hold that plastic down, that's all they're for. Yeah. But if they come out on this one, it's no big deal anyway. I think rear bench just pulls up. Yeah. The idea we got with this seat as well, we'll probably end up drawing it out ourselves, but we're just going to make a plate that bolts standard, and then that bolts onto that then.
I might have a plate that already does that.
Right, yeah, if you've got some, let us know.
We have aluminium, about 10 mil thick.
Right, and then just drill and tap it?
Yeah, just drill and tap it for the side rails, and
right.
You can move it up.
Oh, that's good then, yeah, that'd be a good idea.
I'll show you one in a minute.
Yeah, nice. Oh yeah.
There blank. They normally go into the OEM. We might have to drill some extra ones.
Yeah.
Then just put a series of holes in it.
Yeah.
By the time you've made something, you end up too high.
Yeah.
So you end up in something like that.
Yeah.
At least if you use something like that, you're not actually going much higher than if you just
No.
standard OEM adapter.
If you could get us some of them drilled to that,
Yeah.
so the bolt strain, then
Yeah.
people probably order them as part of
Yeah.
the kit then.
That's what I say, you're better off using all that part of safety as one hit.
Yeah.
The seat's just as important as a roll cage.
Yeah.
If you're flapping around because the seat's not in right, it's...
So you see loads of seats just break off mountains and people just, or they go under the seat and they disappear.
They don't tend to take the seat safety very seriously
No.
until it's too late. So
I know
the complete package. That's a roll cage, that's a seat adapter, and
Yeah.
same with seat as well. You're done.
Yeah, go to Motor Drive or whoever and get a seat.
Get
And
some belts in it, and
Yeah.
there you go.
so I know they've done it with, I imagine like what these Bentleys and stuff would have to racing, they've got to bolt them to the cage now, haven't they?
Yeah.
They didn't used to have, did
Well,
they?
it's the same as that NGTC car. They have a bracket that basically bolts the seat
Yeah.
to the cage.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of it.
I know, I think you want to be...
Seats need to give a little.
Yeah, you don't want to be in... You don't want to be the crumple zone and the energy absorption, do you?
Yeah, no, let the seat do that bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what? Sort them bits out.
Yeah,
That's
sort
not
some of them, no prob, that's bang on. Yeah,
That's done. I've got that's a bit of work into that.
so does this come as a road car and wants turning into a...
Rally car fully kicked in.
Yeah,
That's sort of fully tigging and guys.
yeah, it's nice stuff. Nice stuff. A lot of people try going to big stuff for this, but you don't need to go inch and a quarter for that, do you, really?
Because it's all fully sticky, it's all tested at higher anyway.
Yeah.
Volkswagen Passat CC again GTC, pretty still
Yeah.
again.
So is that Team Ards, that?
Yeah, that's it, yeah. That's quite a big 120 mile an hour into the rear. They use that for another year, and that's 5 years out of production for a car, so they're not allowed to use it just using an old car.
Yeah, they need to be on a modern car if they're doing
So
it.
they can't use it for another year anyway. But,
So have you had to make this jig originally then when you first built it?
we do all the GTC bits anyway, so we've got all this stuff lying around.
So I imagine you'd have to have a lot of fixtures to be able to do all this stuff then, don't you? Because you can't build this sort of stuff out of drawings, can you? It's just going to be impossible.
Design engineer car involved.
Yeah. It's cheap to build a jig then pay somebody to be measuring it every 2 seconds.
Tube benders.
These mandrels, these ones then?
Oh, good, yeah. That's hydraulic, single stack.
Yes.
All electric, 4 stack driven bend. It just moves up and down to different sizes.
So you can have three or four different radiuses and just
Yeah.
bend it
So that's
on
all
one
our
piece.
standard tube sizes, the 4 tube sizes.
All right.
So it takes about 25-30 minutes to change the tool on that. That takes about 2 minutes. You just press a button and it just lowers down to it.
So you just have to choose what jobs you do on each one.
That's mainly production.
Yeah.
If you tell that to go to 25 degrees in the morning, it goes to 25 degrees. You tell that to and it won't because the oil's thick in the morning. It's cold.
Yeah.
So you've got these bending anti-roll bars for Ginetta. We do a lot of stuff for Ginetta.
Right. I need an anti-roll bar making. Have you seen that little Skoda Citigo we built?
Yeah.
No anti-roll bar, so we had to try and make some fit,
Yeah.
but no fits properly. So I might have to sketch you one up and just say, send me that. I imagine if you didn't have one of them, you wouldn't be able to do what you do, would you?
We have to buy 30,000 metres a year we buy. But we use T45, CDS, 15 CDV6, 25 Cinema 4, we use all sorts of different ranges of stuff.
You pick wrong one up, it costs you twice as much.
It can be more than that. 15 CDV6, some of that can be 100 quid a metre. Bending the hoop out, you scrap one, you're scrapping 300 quid with the tubing.
What's that stuff for then? Is that rally car stuff?
Mostly using GT, GT1,
Right.
GT4.
Where they're just trying to get that bit of weight out, they're not as bothered for strength.
As well as strength.
Because cars are usually strong enough to do it with art cages, I
These
suppose,
days,
aren't
the
they?
carbon tubs are actually stronger than the cages on
Yeah,
the top.
exactly. It's just because regulations that moved as quick as that, aren't
So
they?
you can't make a carbon cage yet, but so the
Yeah.
tubs. twice as strong as the steel that's in it.
Yeah. You're probably making things worse putting something in that you could bang your head on, I suppose.
Yeah,
Aren't you?
right.
So does it literally come off laser like this then?
Yeah, that's it. So if it's got any holes in it, puts holes in it. You can write your name down if you wanted to.
Yeah. I'd have thought you'd have etched it in. I suppose you've got to put a bit more in.
The nozzle. You've got to be careful. So
you ain't doing a bad job of that, trying to do
it. Consumable nozzles are about 70 quid.
Yeah.
We're going to swap them once a month. If you start etching, you've got to swap them both once a week.
Right.
So,
easier just to have somebody check it as part of quality control.
That's a lot of tube.
Yeah. You have to move these cars every time you want to do something.
Yeah, but we only get deliveries probably 3 times a year.
Right.
Because we buy so much of it from the mill. So it just means we have to spend a couple of days moving stuff around. That's all, doing stock rotation and that kind of
God,
stuff.
imagine how much cheaper it is from mill than it is from these sort of places.
It is. The savings there, but you've got to pay up front.
Yeah. But it's better than money in bank, innit?
It is, but without
as long as
it,
you're busy.
you can't make the bits, and if somebody wants something quickly and you haven't got 100 metres of it, then you don't get the job.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, exactly.
you've got to have it. Really.
Exactly. So what are these cars that are around here then? Stuff that's alright. Just to check stuff fits.
Put boltings in or stuff like that. These days, if I want to buy some box to make a Jeep, it probably cost me 300 quid in box. Buy that shell for 200 quid.
Yeah. Might as well just build it in a car.
Yeah.
Um,
I think we're good to go there, aren't we? What
Yeah.
I'll do is, as we start mocking things together, I'll start sending some photos across.
Yeah.
So at least we can have some input as we go.
Yeah.
So no point getting to the end and you go,
Right then, we're just here at Custom Cages. Pick the A5 back up. First time I've had a go at this freestyle, holding it on this handle thing. It's not a gimbal, so it's going to be a bit shaky. But we'll go inside and see what we can find. See where A5 is. Make sure there's not that we shouldn't be filming. We'll have a little look round it and a little bit of discussion. Yeah, we'll see how we get on. Right then, so the car's been in inside here for a bit, smack in the middle of the big warehouse, hiding away, all stripped out. Our old style seat here for mocking up. So, seats out, cage in. So we've designed this to bolt down here on the floor. As you can see, it's a true bolting solution. And on the other side, if you look, you just drill bottom cup holder out. So quite easy. Got a bent harness bar behind you, so that you can still put your seat right back. So you literally, your seat will be touching here. If you got it as far back as it'll go now, and you'll still not have your harness buckles touching you. Cross, and then this here, a bit interesting, sorry for the camera angle. So we've bolted this down here, there's 2 factory bolts here that we've bolted it on. Now you can see them there. Then there's a third one, we drill a little hole in here, and then rivet a little panel with a bottom, so we'll take it out. We'll have another look and see how we get on. But it's when we get back to the workshop, we'll take it out for powder coating. We'll have another look. But I've got to get out here now and try and extract the vehicle. So I'm going to get these old seats in. But what we have got, these need fitting and drilling. These are some, I think they're 12mm thick aluminium. So these are going to be, there's 2 of them here, not 1, but they're going to bolt there in the factory position, and then the side mounts on the seat are going to bolt to them, and the harnesses are going to bolt to this as well, the ones, so if you've got a crutch strap in the middle and the side ones here. So this is all strong enough. This is what they use in rally cars, touring cars, that sort of stuff. If they don't want to adapt floor plan, most of the flat that'll be completely custom, but they're fine for this. We're very happy with the roll cage. Not cheap to do it as a one-off, so we're hoping to sell some of these. But we'll get it loaded back up, and there we go. loaded up, ready to go back. 2.5 hours. George to keep me company. See how we get on.